Hey everyone, today I'm doing something that I honestly tried to talk myself out of. I bought a Dyson Airwrap. Yeah, it just assaulted me. Great. This thing was over $500. It's supposed to curl and dry your hair. It's got this new Judy Jetson magician technology that looks really cool, and I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of suckered in by that kind of thing. I do really want to live in that future where I sit down in a little thing and then I'm on a conveyor belt and different robots approach me and do my makeup, do my hair, and ideally I'm still asleep. Like, I want to live in that future, and I feel like this is a step in that direction. I'm intrigued, I'm curious. But also there's another big part of me where I'm like, I don't want to spend that much money on something that's just going to curl my hair when I have so many other things that will curl my hair that I got for like $12 at CVS or Walgreens. I could rant and rave about this for a while, but when I discovered this, I think it was like a week and a half ago or something like that, there were only a few videos out about it, and I noticed that all the ones that I was clicking on were sponsored. And I'm not saying that sponsored videos cannot be honest or truthful or showing a true experience, but when it comes to a product like this that costs $500 million, there is a difference in how you feel when you actually like put the money on the table and you're saying like, I am doing this investment, like I am trying this, I want this to work for my hair, I want this to be like my everyday tool. Is it worth it? Like, there is a different kind of mindset there. But I just wanted to buy it myself and try it and let you know if it's worth it. Because the way that I approach YouTube and the way that I've always seen value in YouTube is, hey, I'm a normal girl leading a life, trying to make things work, trying to feel pretty and confident and all of these things. And here's what I'm trying. Here's what works. Here's what doesn't work. Like, normal girl to normal girl, you know what I mean. So this is how I'm approaching this. I did not watch any other videos after I saw those initial videos. I see there's a lot more that have come out that are probably great, but I didn't want to like cloud my experience. You know what I mean? I just wanted to come at this completely raw, completely pure. I know it doesn't matter at all, and I should just get to the point. It is a new cool technology. It does seem like it's doing actual magic, so I had to try it. Anyway, I ordered mine on Sephora. There are a few different sets showing on Sephora, but all of them were sold out except for this one. This is the Smooth and Control set that they say is really helpful for frizzy hair. I do think I would also benefit from the volumizing set, but I think this one would also be good for me with my hair in this weather, and you get more barrels with this one. I don't know, there's like a whole chart you can see like the differences between each set. This is the one that was available and I really wanted to try it, so this is the one I got. In this set, you get two different Airwrap barrels. They're two different sizes and they come with two of each. That was confusing. I'm explaining this great already. You also get a pre-styling dryer. You get like the little handle wand thing and then a firm smoothing brush. It also comes in this gigantic carrying case and it's really, really heavy. We've got all kinds of junk in here. Not gonna lie, I do like the color of this. This is so heavy. You would never want to travel with this. I mean, maybe you would, maybe you are living that life, but I'm not. This would take up so much room. Ooh. It smells new. So on this little cardboard cutout, there's just some basic instructions on how to use it. And then there's a QR code and it says, watch the 30-second film. Ooh. I've never heard anybody call something a 30-second film. You think a film is gonna be like a feature-length film. No, this is a 30-second film about a hairdryer, curler, whatever this is. So here it is. My arm is already getting tired. Like, yes, I need to work out, but this thing is heavy. Okay, here is the wand. Get this sucker out. It's wrapped up like an Apple product, as it should be with this price tag. I feel like I need to be careful with it. This thing costs more than my life. You know, I just have to say up front, like, obviously I bought this and in a way I am promoting it, but there's just something inside me that cannot stop screaming, don't put out products for women to curl their hair that cost $550. Like, it's not fair. So I'm gonna plug my guy in. Okay, it's plugged in. We got our little lightsaber deal at the ready. Operating manual. Okay, teaching me how to change the tips and clean the filter. Ooh, maintenance. I love it. Okay, before we get this started, I'm just gonna watch their little 30-second film, then just go from there. Why not? Give it to me, Dyson. Begin with wet hair. Oh my gosh, what was that sound? Okay, the girl, she goes through her hair with her hands and it's damp and it makes this sound of like rustling straw or like a brush against like linoleum floor covered in gravel. Ooh, what an effect. Then dry to damp using the pre-styling dryer. Okay. Well, it comes with a hair dryer, so that's kind of nice. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. Then use the 30mm barrel using full power and high heat. Take a small section of hair right above the ear, hold it way out here, 10 centimeters from the end, introduce the ends to the arrows, and it just around, and then it comes toward your head very slowly, very creepily, without twisting. And then you hold it there until it's dry. Next, you press the cold shot, and that sets the hair. Then you have to switch it off to pull it down and release the curl. This seems like a lot of steps, right? Let's just try this. My hair is freshly washed. I tried to just wrap it up on my head to keep it damp so I could do the video and not have to like spray my hair down. So it's possible we won't even have to use the pre-styling dryer, but we'll just see how it goes. I did just brush out my hair, but now I'm thinking I probably need to section it off to give myself a better chance at success. And so I'm just gonna start with the bottom and then work my way up. Okay, I just went to a different part of the site. Basically, one of the bigger selling points is that you're doing your hair without extreme heat, which actually is something that would be really beneficial for someone with really damaged hair. I have pretty damaged hair. It's doing a lot better than it used to. I'm actually growing to love my hair again because it went through some things. It went through a really dark few years, and I'm finally seeing the light after that. I mean, people are dealing with things out there, and they might need to shell out the money, potentially, maybe, if they could avoid heat treating their hair every day, just because maybe their hair is like so fried and upset looking. They have to put heat on it to make it look the way they want it to look or to feel good about it, which I've been in that place. I understand that. So that is a good thing. No extreme heat, and this can dry your hair. It can smooth your hair and give you like a straight look, and that's what this brush is used for. You also have the 2 different sized barrels, which create a different look, curls or waves, or that's what they're supposed to do. And then you also just have the dryer. So it is like a 4-in-1 kind of tool. And I'm gonna go for the smaller barrel. And you have 2 different barrels with arrows on them like so. The 30-second film isn't actually really clear on this detail, but I'm pretty sure the reason why you have 2 different barrels of each size is so that you can curl this one this way and this one this way. Like, why couldn't you just turn it upside down? I don't know. Does it not work upside down? Did they not figure out that part of the technology? I guess we'll see. Anyway. Whoa, that's weird. My hair is starting to dry itself, so we gotta get going. I wish my hair would make that scratchy gravel noise. It'd be much more authentic that way. To me, it looked like she was using a super small piece. So let's just do this. It doesn't want it. It's not taking it. Oh. It took it, but not the end. I did it wrong, y'all. Okay. Oh, it worked really quick. Okay, that was interesting. Once more from the top. Cool shot. And off. Ooh. Oh, it's like a little ringlet. Who asked for this? This is exactly the look I wanted. Thank you, Dyson. Oh, so sweet. Why didn't it want this piece though? Whatever, let's try it. Am I not? Okay, I saw it working a lot better for everyone else. Y'all, look at this. Oh yeah, this is science. This is changing my life. Oh wow. Okay, so this thing doesn't get too hot. It is warm, but it's not burning me. That's interesting. So I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm seeing what's what, and it seems like it really only wants really thin sections. So yet again, I'm grabbing one that's a little too big. Okay, let's see. Now I got it. Now I got it. Oh, get on there, little boy. He does really come out there. Okay, I was definitely feeling the heat for a second. I did my cool shot. Bloop. Got another fun little ringlet. Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, I'm ready to just like turn on my podcast and kind of zoom through this a little bit, see what's what, because that's what I do when I do my hair. So I'm gonna get to work and we'll see what happens. Okay, Okay, I don't know if you've been able to really see this happen as it's happening, but the magic sucking, spinning, twisting thing that happens for other people, for some reason is not exactly happening for me. And I keep trying it different ways to see if it's a user error, which is likely, but for some reason, it's blowing the hair away rather than sucking it on, and I'm ending up having to like start wrapping it around to get the process going. You know what I mean? And as I get the chunk, it just kind of selects whatever hair it wants to do. Why is it doing that? I know you can't answer me. Here, maybe you'll see. See, it's kind of like my hair, I want it to start at the end. And it's just kind of getting on there all tangly. I'm using the smaller barrel because this size looks most similar to the curling iron or the curling wand that I usually use to do my waves. You know, hey, this is familiar. And I wanted more of an effect. I didn't want like the big giant waves, which I'm going with the smaller one, which is most likely why I'm getting this very ringlety effect. But it could look cool when I brush it out. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I am annoyed with how many sections I'm having to do. And obviously the first time you try anything, it's gonna take you longer, but it's taking me forever, you know? Oh, I almost forgot. I have to change my barrel because the arrows are going the wrong way on that one. That's not annoying. But that's so messy. Like, what? Ugh, I feel like such a grouchy grandma in this video. And I can't even help it. See, that's so annoying. So it doesn't just magically wrap the end of the hair on there like in a neat, smooth way. So you do have to wrap the end on there, or it just blows it off and then just kind of collects it haphazardly. You know what I mean? So like all the magic that I'm seeing in that 30-second film, it just doesn't work the same way on my hair. And I really don't think it's my fault. There we go. Okay. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm going to. Like, look at these curls. They are really bouncy, really pretty, and they do happen really fast. So I am impressed with that, but we'll just have to see what they look like brushed out because obviously this is not really the look I was looking for, okay? Okay, so now that it's all said and done, this is the hair that I have. These are my curls. I haven't done anything to them. I did do a lot of sections. It takes a lot of sections to make this happen. And now I just wanted to like finish out my hair and show you what can happen because this is a pretty look. This might be something that somebody's looking for. I feel like that might have been what she was going for, but I like curls that are a little bit more brushed out, at least lately. So I'm gonna brush mine out and see what happens. I hope it doesn't ruin them because that was a lot of work. Okay, all right, I'm into this. Okay, I don't know what happened right there, but it sort of just brought out the frizz right there, and this was supposed to be the one that decreases frizz. Okay, it's similar to the look that I've been going for lately, but it's definitely a lot more 70s, a lot more Farrah. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's pretty. I do really like it. I am a little bit confused about what created this sort of like, I don't know, mess right here. This like little frizzy mess situation. But it's just right here and right here where it should be relatively smooth. It seems like it should be. I don't feel like it added very much volume, and I'm not really sure how you do that. Typically when I use my regular hair wand, I will go in and tease my hair a little bit and use my texture spray before I use it so that once I get my curls in, I don't have to go in and mess them up by teasing or like messing with it too terribly much. But since I had to start this process with damp hair, I couldn't really do that. So I'm not really sure what I should do with that situation. That might be something that just applies to me, but it's something I observed. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of this to be fair. All right, that's a little better, but you know what? I was thinking about it, and I think these messy pieces here are because of the way that it wraps around the barrel. So it does grab here, but it doesn't do it very uniformly, and because I have layered hair, it will grab some pieces and kind of blow other pieces away, but then sometimes later grab it back up and start to twist it into the barrel. So it ends up being a little bit more of a messy curl, even if you really brush out each small section along the way. Maybe this could be avoided. Maybe I just need practice, but that was my observation so far. Obviously, it was my first time and it took me way longer than it probably would if I had more practice, and I'd probably get a lot better at it as I try it along the way. But I feel like that applies to pretty much any product. Okay, so obviously the hair does look good. I can't deny it. I don't feel like you can deny it. I mean, maybe you don't like it, but I like it. I'm into it. But in my opinion, that isn't really what makes it worth it, especially at this price point. So I have a whole pros and cons list and I wrote everything down, so I'm ready to tell you about it. So the pros, obviously it works. It curls my hair. It looks nice. Also, less heat. That's something that they mention over and over again. It uses less heat, so that means it would be less damaging, and that's better for your hair if you're gonna be using heat on it every day. Why not use less? That's good. It also creates really pretty bouncy curls. It's a really pretty look. It might not be for everybody, but I think it really looks good. It's also great because it's a multi-use wand. You have a bunch of different attachments and you can do a lot of different things with it. So that's cool. Another thing I really like about the design is the cool shot button. So you have 3 levels of heat on this side, and 2 of them are hot and 1 of them is cold. For each section, I was using the hottest setting initially. And then by the time that I felt like it was dry and it was curl, I would switch it down to the cool shot. And at first I thought that was going to be kind of annoying, but I actually think it's pretty genius. And I wish that curling irons or curling wands had something like that, because it sets the curl while it's still on the wand. So it's almost like hot rollers. So obviously when you put hot rollers in your hair, they're really hot, but over time they cool down. It actually doesn't take that long for them to cool down, and that's why your hair sets into the curl shape. And that's essentially what this is doing, but it's going section by section and it's doing it sort of in a faster way, but that's kind of debatable, and I did think about that and I will mention it again. And the last thing I put on the pros side is just simply that it's a really cool, like futuristic, fancy tool. Like it's something that has never existed before, so I think that's really cool. But now moving on to the other side, to the con side of the list. Number 1, obviously, it's $1 million, not the best. Obviously that's at the top, but right below that is it takes a long time. Like I've already said, I would get better at this if I kept practicing, and I would get faster like you do with any process, but I think it would still take quite a long time, and I do think it would take me longer to use this tool compared to my regular curling wand, hair dryer, that whole routine. And it's mostly just because you have to go through your hair and use such small sections. Also, you have to switch out the barrels for each side. I probably could have done it more efficiently if I had thought it through ahead of time, like do all of this side and then do all of this side, then I would have only had to switch it once, but I was kind of going, you know. But then I was thinking, what if you're a person that likes to curl their hair like, oh, one going this way, then one going this way, like next to each other, alternating? That would be hell on earth. Like that would be so difficult and add so much more time onto the process, where I honestly don't think it would even be worth it. It was also pretty difficult to do the back of my head. Again, practice would definitely help. And there's definitely a learning curve. It took me a while to really get it to work. And since I have layers in my hair, it still kind of was not a perfect process. But with this, whenever you're watching the video and it's just like that absolute magic where it just sucks it up and it perfectly curls on there uniformly and nicely, I feel like that's a very limited view of reality, and most people wouldn't experience it like that. So I mean, I know most products, they want to show them in the most ideal light. That's how marketing works. That's fine. But when it comes down to a product that is this expensive, you want it to perform the exact magic that you paid for. You know what I mean? Also, like I mentioned, I don't have as much volume because I wasn't able to tease it or add product before curling because it was damp. Also, I think it would be really annoying to travel with this whole set. Like, yes, they do give you this really great box, which I don't know who has room for that. Like, this carrying case is giant, and actually traveling with that would take up like half a suitcase. It is nice that it's a 2-in-1 where you'd be bringing your hair dryer and your curler with just one wand. That seems like it would be better, but at the same time, after you've paid this much money, wouldn't you want to put it in the carrying case that it comes with so it's protected? I don't know. Just a thought. And the last thing on the con side is basically just something I've been thinking about. I feel guilty promoting a product that is so ridiculously expensive that you can get pretty much the same look from hot rollers. And hot rollers are not that expensive. You can get a good set from Ulta for like, I don't know, $20, $25, maybe less. I haven't bought any in a really long time because I've had the same set for 100 million years. But basically my hair looks like this when I use hot rollers. Maybe hot rollers do use a little more heat, but I think hot rollers do use less heat than using a regular curling iron or a hair wand. It's probably not a direct comparison, but as far as the look, I think it is. And obviously it costs way, way, way less. Like, yeah, there are a lot of needlessly expensive things in this world. Like you could get a handbag, you could get some boots, but for some reason, this just irks me that you could get this same look with hot rollers and they're charging $550. Like, yeah, if you have the money to do it and you are just charmed by this whole experience, go for it. Because obviously, yes, it does work. It's cool. But ultimately, I think it's kind of like a fancy gimmick. If you don't have that amount of money where you just wouldn't miss it at all, I would say it's not worth it. I would say don't like put it on a credit card or like overextend yourself or feel like you have to have it for Christmas or something like that, because I feel like you could get stuff that you would enjoy more and that would last longer. I feel like such a hater. I feel like such a like grouchy grandma right now, but I just feel like the money could be spent in better ways. Is it worth it? I have to say, I don't think it is. But all that being said, do you. Spend your money how you want to. You earned it. It's yours. Have fun. Do your hair. Be beautiful. It's not my business, but this is my experience. This is my opinion. I really appreciate you guys being here. You can find me everywhere on social media. I love talking to you guys over there. It's LeighAnnSays everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Low battery, what's new? But I am starting to sweat, which is amazing. Do you feel like I'm being aggressive right now? Sorry. Okay. That was spooky. Oh, this does work.